What's good, y'all? Christian from the Bob Chronicles here. Professional cloud chaser up in the house. Part of my voice today, just dealing with some pollen allergies. You know what I'm saying? So if you hear me coughing out of nowhere for some weird reason, truly apologize for that. But I'm gonna make this real quick. I just watched, like a clip from the H3 podcast, when it came with Fresh&Fit.
Alpha Man.
Right? I saw the reaction to it by Myron and Fresh, as well as Ayindei from Authentic Alphas. And for you don't know, based on that clip, Ethan, the host of that show, basically welcomed in a caller who was part of an episode from the Fresh&Fit podcast. She's basically like a 19-year-old female college student, if I'm not mistaken, that came by Miami, right? Whole 9 yard, who claims to Ethan that, Myron and Fresh, allegedly kidnapped her, made her do things that she just didn't want to do from what she's saying. I'm trying to sum everything from like the whole rip because it's a very long video. You can watch it on the YouTube channel, right? And Albert basically challenged their claims. Albert and Preach basically challenged their claims, right? Basically, actually sensing that like some of the claims that she presented toward Ethan were false from the start. You know what I'm saying? And even Fresh&Fit disputed those claims as well because they actually provided evidence showing that they had like a modest conversation with the woman, right? The 19-year-old woman, who's basically doing everything in her power just to derail them and their livelihood and their reputation. And Ethan is literally like more than happy to assist her in that request to make sure that both Fresh&Fit get fully Me Too'd. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big issue that I have in regards with this. Yes, I've already discussed with y'all in a 4-part long series over a few weeks ago on how illegitimate both Myron and Fresh CEO really are when it comes to their expertise doing a podcast in Rome, based on the knowledge they have when it comes to money game, finances, fitnesses, very shallow expertise. I would not take these guys very, very seriously except for entertainment value. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep this very short today. I suggest y'all go watch the clip with Albert and Preach titling, H3 Podcast trying to meet to Fresh&Fit, something related to that. And they dispute the claims on like why the woman is lying. Go watch those clips, as well as the clips with Authentic Alphas, when Ayindei trying to respond to the whole Fresh&Fit fiasco with them getting Me Too'd. And I want to hear me very clear. You know what I'm saying? I fully agree with both Albert and Preach and Authentic Alphas when I end it here. And I can easily tell you this, tell you why. You know what I mean? This is based on my personal experience here. It's always best to be thoroughly upfront, forthright, and honest based on your intents to anyone that you meet or know, especially with a woman. You know what I mean? Because it can weed out all fuckery down the road later on in life. Alright? So I'll try and keep this very short, because if you want to come by and try and pedalize a woman and try to get her to come by her place, you know what I mean? Going like head over heels and try to take the extra mile, try to do the whole experience. I'm trying to get the words right here. Be extremely persistent, and then she gives you little response. Oh no, she's gonna see you as needy, and she's gonna try and use you up for validation and attention. And when she get bored with you, she's gonna spit your ass the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And in addition with that, if she ain't comfy for any reason, or she pissed off that you didn't do any of her commands that she said do, potential Me Too charge on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking scary part right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's always important to be very upfront, very direct with women from the rip. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you gotta make sure you vet women thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? When you do business with them, make sure you vet women thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing like a podcast with them, doing like some uncut stuff, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure you check for the ID. Make sure like around 23 and up, because if they're literally under 21, it's like fucking recipe for disaster, because they're not fully formed socially yet, right? When it comes to common sense, right? When it comes to actually outgrowing times behavior, you know what I mean? They're not fully outgrowing. They've not fully grown that stage yet, right? So try and get like basically like a young girl that's like over the age of 18. You know what I mean? My mind is still fully naive and full of arrogance. You know, it could be a potential recipe for disaster, and it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? And that's where Fresh&Fit screwed up. You know what I mean? But their legitimacy has been showed, right? So again, the most important thing here, right, is to make sure you do as a man, you know, as a guy, right? You don't fully put yourself in a very vulnerable position where you have to get hit with legal or civil charges. You know what I'm saying? Be thoroughly upfront, you know, be prepared for the rejection, embrace the rejections that come by, you know what I mean? If they do say no, let them be, you know. If they do some things that are very odd that could be a risk to you, probably ruin your career or livelihood or reputation, ghost them immediately. Let them go. Don't waste their time. You know, try to text as much as you can. Try and record as much evidence. And in the case that you get Me Too by him, you know what I'm saying? Which I will give credit to Fresh&Fit for, right? Not that I trust these dudes at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust them whatsoever, given all the stuff that they've done with the arrogance that they bring out. But, you know, my concern is in the principle, you know. And the principle here, right, is to make sure that all the stuff is like literally thoroughly done and valid, with like both sides are certain, without smearing like someone else's name, without smearing like some dude's name just because you weren't happy that didn't tell you what you say you do. You know what I'm saying? And you only had to lie on camera. That's easy to have. But, you know, in short, I fully agree with Ayindei. I fully agree with I've been preached on this as well. Not much more for me to say, y'all. Alright? Christopher the Bob Chronicle sign out. Deuces.